Hello everyone and welcome back to Adventures of WellUmMe, and today we're going to be continuing our Game a Day series. I don't know what difference in time I'm going to have by when I've actually filmed this and when I have uploaded it to the channel in terms of everything going on, because I've got a few things changing around the way that I'm recording and having things ordered to come in and all that. I think I've showed this before. Let me just quickly just flick this around. So I'm in the process of building an acoustic screen thing to go behind us, because I've got all these guitars on the wall and that makes it a little bit hard to record sometimes because you get echo. But hopefully this will kind of go up in some sort of order where it actually doesn't look too bad. But I've kind of just started building that and I ran out of some of the adhesive that I needed for it. So that's a little bit of a pain. Let me just... Oh, I'm fiddling with so many things today. That should be alright with the focus. I had it on automatic focus previously on other videos and it kept tracking other things behind me saying it was my face, so I don't know what's going on there. But there's a lot of things that I've kind of had going. But we've got some games in front of me that I'm going to talk about over the next few days. I'm just working out which one we're going to talk about today, and today I think we're going to go for a GameCube game. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! The Falsebound Kingdom. Now, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Is one of my passions from my childhood that I just have not grown out of. I used to collect the cards, play the game with my brother incorrectly, play the game correctly when I could, play the Game Boy game that I had. Like, I loved it. And this was one of those games that I saw ages ago growing up on the shelf when I was at EB, and I'm like, I need this. I need this game. And it was one of those ones that I don't know how I knew it at the time, but I knew that it was kind of not going to be easy to find and not going to be a game that I'd be able to buy for a decent price later on at that time in my local area. The problem is with like collecting games in Australia, we don't have a lot of those retro game stores, and we don't have a lot of those stores that will take the games and then sell them back, you know, for a reasonable price. We have eBay, we have, I guess, a random garage sale, I guess people selling things down at the market. If you're wanting second-hand games, the main thing is like cash converters. It's essentially a pawn store. Like, they don't know the prices properly. They have things that aren't worth much that they've got priced really high. And they've got things that, you know, sitting on their shelf that they go, oh, this is a rare game or something, and they price it ridiculously high. Sure, it might be hard to come across, but at the same time, like, some of the prices there just don't really match the games. And at the time that I was looking for this one, it was one of those games where it was just a little bit harder to come across. So I have no idea what it's like at the moment in terms of sales on eBay or anything, but I remember I had to get this, and I got it in a buy 2 get 1 free kind of deal. So it was this, and I got a Spyro game. I wish I remember what the third one was. I'll probably go out and look at the shelf and remember it. Or it'll be unfortunate I've traded it in. I'm not sure. But I love this game. So essentially this is set... It's got like the God cards in it, which were all the rage back in the day. So Battle City kind of timeline. And everyone gets sucked into the, like, this video game thing. Essentially. This could be completely wrong, but this is how I'm remembering it. They all got sucked in like a video game thing, which is kind of one of the stories that they included as a filler episode back in the day between the Jeweller's Kingdom and Battle City. There was this part where they ended up in a video game, and then there's a part later on during Battle City where they also ended up in like a video game world with Kaiba's ex-employee dudes and his brother Noah. That was really weird, where it got really weird. But it kind of gave me the vibe of that kind of thing. So it's not a traditional Yu-Gi-Oh! Game where you're playing the cards. You have the monsters from the game and a few of the spells and that. And you assemble a team of 3. and then you've got like this strategy, tactical battle, turn-based combat thing. It's amazing, and also really not that great at the same time. You essentially send your character to a city, or to try and capture the city by taking out the monsters there, and hold those cities while there are other monsters around. You can also find hidden monsters on the battlefield, and you can do different things to collect different monsters that then add to your party and all that. When you're doing this, you've got really slow movement. That was the one thing that bugged me. I mean, I think you can speed it up, but it's quite slow. But essentially it's a 3-on-3 tactical battle. It's like almost turn-based battle. You select your attacks, and you attack, or you put a special ability, and you've got the type advantages, and you've got the ground advantages, the field advantages. And I loved it. I don't know what it was about the game exactly that, you know, caught me that way, but I loved it. And I always had my perfect team, which was Magician of Black Chaos, Dark Magician Girl. They were the three that I had. That was it. That was just what I loved. I loved having them on there, and I loved playing as Yugi and just pretending that like I was that master. I was that guy that was always winning. But yeah, it was one of those games that I just loved. I remember, I don't know if it's still on there. We might have eventually buffed it out a bit. So back when we were young, when we were getting this, like my brother was quite young, and he wanted to play games with us, but he didn't. Yeah, it's still there. He didn't. He couldn't play, and he at one point bit this disc out of frustration at us, and there is a tooth mark still in here, and it stopped playing for so long. I could not get this game to work, and I was so upset about this being damaged. I don't know what it is now, but when I've played it recently, it has worked. I play it through my Nintendo Wii. For some reason, that picked it up. Our GameCube wouldn't. So, there's that as well. But that was just one of the most frustrating things. But this is definitely a game that I recommend to anyone that loves like the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise, but wants something that's not card battling. Definitely see if you can get a copy of this. It is worth it. Anyway, that's it for my Game of Day video today. A little bit different. I just spoke about that stuff on the side. Hopefully eventually that will kind of fill in behind me. I've kind of got it. It's going to be like on a pivoting system. And I'm going to have it coming across here and going around the side to kind of encapsulate the sound a little bit, so we don't get the echo of the guitars and all that there. And I'll decorate that as well, but it's going to take some time because I need more acoustic foam pads to come in, because I'm short and I need more adhesive. So until I actually have those things, it's kind of just sitting there for the time being. But eventually that will just pop up behind me, and hopefully the videos will sound less echoey. That's the plan anyway. And I've got like lights and things that I'm wanting to order. I spoke about this in another video. I've got all this stuff that I want to do. And like using second cameras, which I'm not doing for these videos, but I will do for other videos where I'm doing like close-ups of models and that. So a lot of change coming to the channel, and I hope that you enjoy it. Hopefully it makes it a little bit more quality for you guys as well. Anyway, that's it for today's video, guys. I'll catch you next time.